All right, welcome to UCEAP 101. Your adventure starts here. We have a lot of information packed into this presentation, so we'll be moving quickly. Please feel free to take screenshots of any of the slides. The presentation is being recorded and will be posted onto the UCEAP YouTube channel after the fair is over. Captions are available if you would like to enable that function in Zoom. We will also have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, and you can send questions to us in the chat box.
So let's highlight the benefits of studying abroad through UCEAP, the official study abroad provider for the entire UC system. First, we strive to increase access to the transformative power of study abroad for students of all races, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds. We believe study abroad prepares the next generation of leaders with the global perspective and intercultural competence needed to effect positive change in our interconnected world. Our programs are designed specifically for UC students. With hundreds of options available, you will find the perfect study abroad program to suit your needs. While on UCEAP, you remain enrolled in your UC campus, which means you do not need to take a leave of absence during your study abroad program, and your UC financial aid goes with you. Additionally, you are guaranteed that all the courses you take abroad will receive UC credit.
We offer you the world. UCEAP has programs based in over 40 countries, and we know that for some students, program selection is all about location, location, location. So when choosing a program, consider where it is you want to spend your time while you are abroad. UCEAP has 3 options available in Africa and 3 in the Middle East. These off-the-beaten-path programs could be an ideal fit for those of you looking to stray a bit from the traditional study abroad experience. From our neighbor to the north, Canada, to the geographically rich region of southern Chile, explore the diversity of experiences available both inside and outside of the classroom on UCEAP's programs in the Americas. Expand your horizons beyond the confines of the traditional classroom experience by exploring the most dynamic cities in the world and immersing yourself in their vibrant culture. In addition to our 2 locations in Oceania, UCEAP also has programs available in East, South, and Southeast Asia. UCEAP has 15 destinations spread over the different regions in Europe, from large cosmopolitan capital cities to cozy medieval towns. You'll find a location that piques your personal interest and allows you to expand your academic and cultural exploration.
UCEAP programs are developed to help students accomplish their academic, career, and personal goals. There are several types of experiences available for you to consider. So when choosing a program, it's important to ask yourself about your priorities and what you hope to accomplish while abroad. On an immersion program, you will be in class with local students and select courses from host university departments. With an international program, you will choose classes from a list designed for study abroad students. You'll learn alongside other international students and have the opportunity to make friends from all over the world. Our internship and research programs provide you with hands-on experience that can be applied to your academic and career goals. And while research and internship are a built-in component of these experience types, they are also optional components of many of our other programs. Language programs offer the opportunity for you to concentrate on learning the language and culture of your host country. Major and themed programs focus on a specific topic or area of study. It gives you in-depth knowledge on a topic such as business, psychology, public health, or sustainability, for example. Multi-site is just like it sounds. You will visit and study in 2 or more locations and explore the unique perspectives in each site. And with UC curriculum programs, you choose courses from a short custom menu designed for the University of California, while also meeting students from around the UC system.
UCEAP offers programs year-round and for different lengths of time. When choosing a program, think about how study abroad fits within your personal timeline. Our academic calendar starts with summer. Because most universities around the world run on the semester system, many of our programs offered by UCEAP are semester long as well. No worries for quarter campus students though. You are eligible to participate on both our quarter and semester length programs. You will just be abroad longer when on a semester program, and your units will reflect this.
Now we'll talk through some of the academic considerations of the study abroad process. As was mentioned earlier in this session, as a UCEAP participant, you will earn direct UC credit for the coursework you complete abroad. So this means the courses, units, and grades will post to your UC transcript. They will count towards your total units and cumulative GPA and can be used to fulfill specific degree requirements like GEs, breadth, or major courses. As you are considering what study abroad program is best for you, we recommend that you have a conversation with your college or department academic advisor, and together you can review your degree plan, and they may have recommendations for when is the best time for you to study abroad and what kind of requirements you might want to focus on completing abroad in order to stay on track towards your degree. Now, for coursework abroad, to fulfill degree requirements, you will likely need to submit a petition to your college, department, or academic advisor. As part of this petition, you should include a syllabus so that whoever is reviewing your petition can know the topics covered in the course you took. The petition process may happen before, during, or after your study abroad program. It mostly depends on when syllabi are available to you. You can find syllabi posted on many UCEAP program web pages, or we will link to our host institution website where you can search for syllabi or course descriptions. And I will talk more about that later in this session. So depending on the program, you may register for courses at the host institution or complete a course preference survey either before your program begins or once you arrive on site. For other programs, the curriculum is the same for all participants, so no registration is required. After your course registration abroad is finalized, you will confirm your courses with UCEAP through the online student portal on what we refer to as a study list. And it's the means by which we know every course that every UCEAP participant takes abroad. Then after the program ends, we will enter your grades from abroad into your study list and send them to your campus registrar to post to your UC transcript. Now, one thing to note is that grades from abroad are not available as quickly as grades at your home UC, so just keep this in mind, especially if you are a graduating senior. We do have this timeline noted on every program webpage on the UCEAP website, so you'll have a general idea when to expect your grades.
Money matters. The total cost of studying abroad varies by country due to the local cost of living, round-trip airfare, exchange rates, and individual spending habits. But on average, a year abroad costs about the same as a year at your UC campus. Some programs even cost less. UCEAP works with your campus and our partners abroad to make the financial process as seamless for you as possible. As a UC program, UCEAP offers continued UC enrollment and tuition. This means that your UC financial aid travels with you, so students who receive UC financial aid continue to receive grants, loans, and scholarships. All students should plan to submit a FAFSA application. Even if you have not previously received financial aid, you may be eligible when you study abroad. Be sure to apply for a UCEAP scholarship as well, because all UCEAP participants are eligible for consideration. You are also encouraged to look into any other funding opportunities that may be available to you. UCEAP accountants work with our on-site contacts to create a budget for each individual program. The amount factors in your UC tuition, insurance, transportation, visa processing, activities, housing, meals, books, laundry, and much more. It basically includes everything we expect you will need while on the program. Your campus financial aid office will use your UCEAP program budget to calculate your financial aid package. This means that the amount and distribution will be adjusted to fit your personal situation and specific program cost. Additionally, UCEAP offers an extended payment plan designed to give students an opportunity to pay for their UCEAP program over an extended period of time. There is no interest charged for this option because the extended payment plan is not a loan. Studying abroad is a personal journey. Motivation, priorities, goals, and needs vary by each individual, and program selection should involve careful thought and preparation. Depending on your personal circumstances, there may be additional details that you want to factor into your decision-making process. How do you plan to fund your program? In addition to UCEAP scholarships, there may be other ways to help make your program more affordable. For example, there are a few countries that allow international and exchange students to work during their program. It is possible that some terms may have more aid available than others due to your campus's financial aid cycle. If you are a non-resident, summer programs do not charge non-resident tuition. Do you receive medical care, see a counselor, or take any medication? If so, you will want to contact your doctor well in advance to discuss a treatment plan for you while you are abroad. Certain medications, services, and specialists may not be available in some countries, so you may need to make alternate plans. If you receive accommodations at your UC, it is important to know that accommodations abroad are not guaranteed. Early disclosure is important. The process to request accommodations can take several months, and it involves working closely with your campus disabilities office and UCEAP. If you plan to bring dependents with you, be aware that there will be many logistics to arrange ahead of time for both you and your dependent. Due to visa, housing, and other restrictions, some programs may not be possible. If you are an undocumented or DACA student, you can consult with an immigration attorney free of charge on your campus to determine if study abroad is right for you. Plan ahead, as the preparation process is complex and can take several months or even a year to complete. These are just some examples of things to consider as you search for the destination that best suits you. In many cases, planning early is key, and your campus study abroad office is a great resource on these matters. Now that you know all the basics about UCEAP, let's move on to the application process. Applying for a program involves a couple different steps. Please note that the requirements, process, and timeline will vary by program. A general starting point is the UCEAP website. Browse the different programs available and check that you meet the eligibility requirements. Most of the programs have plenty of capacity, and as long as you meet the eligibility requirements, you will be able to participate. Once you decide which program you are interested in, complete your campus's application process by their deadline. Keep in mind that deadlines can be as early as 9 months prior to the start of the program, and some applications are processed on a first-come, first-served basis. In addition to your campus application, you will also submit an online UCEAP application for your program. A link is available on the UCEAP website. Once you complete these 2 steps and are selected to move forward with your application, We will then help you with your application requirements for the host university and your pre-departure logistics, such as securing housing and obtaining proper visa documentation. On a related note, make sure that you have a passport. Most countries require that your passport is valid for at least 6 months after your scheduled return.
Okay, we've covered a lot of general topics so far, but you may now be wondering, how do I get more information? So here we have listed some helpful resources for you. The first is obviously the UCEAP website, which I will walk through in a moment. Excuse me. The next is a link to office hours where you can schedule a virtual appointment with a UCEAP advisor if you have any questions as you decide on a program. You can also visit the UCEAP YouTube channel to access our catalog of helpful videos. And lastly, in collaboration with the UC Campus Study Abroad offices, we are offering an Exploring Your Identity Abroad series with webinars throughout the year. So I am going to exit out of this presentation and go to the website. Okay, so this is the UCEAP homepage. If you are looking for programs, there are a couple of different ways that you can search for programs. So go to the menu in the top right corner, and then explore UCEAP. So you can search by region, and then within each region are the countries where we offer programs. If you click on any of these countries, you'll see the list of programs offered in that country. You can search by field of study. This is a lot of fields of study, in fact, the most popular fields of study, but it isn't an exhaustive list, so just be aware of that. And then by experience type, so these are the experience types we talked about earlier in the presentation. So if you're really interested in an internship, you can click internships here and it will show you our internship programs. And then the fourth way to search for a program is you go to find a program. So this includes all of the filters that we talked about before, location, academic discipline, experience type, but a few others as well. So we do have 168 programs, which is a lot. So I'm just going to walk through an example of how you can run a program search. So I would recommend that you start with disciplines. So disciplines are really just very broad academic categories, usually encompassing a couple of academic fields within them, as you can see. So I'm going to click on computer science and engineering. And once you select a discipline, it will populate a sub-filter called subject areas. So those are just kind of more narrow academic fields within the discipline that you selected. So I will select computer science. All right, so say you're really interested in studying in, some non-English speaking locations, but you really do want to study in English. Perhaps you don't know a second language, that's totally fine. So courses taught in is a really helpful filter for that. You can obviously select any language, but if you are looking for English in non-English speaking locations, you can filter by that as well. So we brought it down to 70 programs, which is better, but that's still a lot. So I would recommend continuing to apply filters. So let's go by region, Europe, and then by country. So I work with Spain, so let's go to Spain. Okay, so 3 programs, that's great. That is a very reasonable number to be looking through, but the last few filters here, experience type, we talked about that. Term, if you know a particular term that you're looking to go abroad, you can certainly filter by that as well. And then UC Campus, GPA, and class level all refer to eligibility requirements. But since we have 3 here, I'm going to open up one of these. This is Carlos III University in Madrid. So this is the same kind of general information we saw on the previous page, as well as a bit of information about the program and some more information about the university itself. But for detailed information about the program, we're going to use these tabs on the left-hand side. So dates and eligibility. This will show you the terms that the program is available, and then this is kind of the general timeline for the semester. And then if you click on the drop-down, this is more detailed eligibility requirements for the program. And then academics. So this page does have a lot of information. I do recommend you read through it. You can find out, are you required to study another language? What options are there for studying another language? What are the program requirements? How many classes you have to take, that sort of thing. But if you're looking for course information for the program, this is an immersion program in particular. So for this program, you can go to catalogs and resources, and we have linked to the host institution webpage where you can see course information. So this is the Carlos Tercero list of bachelor's degrees. So just as an example, say you want to study international studies, and you can go to program. And this is all of the courses within this degree. And then each course title is a link to a syllabus. So this is how you can start that conversation with your academic advisor. And then further down on this page is information about academic culture of the country and the program. And then grades will give you an idea of the timeline for receiving grades. So fall semester, you're looking at getting grades in March. Spring semester, you get them in August, just as an example. And housing is going to show you the types of housing that's available on the program. And then further down is a bit more detailed information about each of those housing types. And cost. So this is the general estimates for both terms. And it does talk about what's included when we provide these cost estimates. And if you want something a little more tailored to your particular circumstances, I do recommend you use this customize your estimate option, fill in all of these fields, and it will populate a cost estimate more specific to your particular situation. And support is really just talking about the type of emergency or on-site support that's going to be available to you on the program. And then how to apply. So these are the application steps that we talked about earlier in the presentation. We also have a section here about acceptance to the program. You'll see that this particular program, we do note that it has limited space, so we can only accept a certain number of students per term. And for that reason, we are recommending that students apply to this program as soon as possible. The application for fall 2023 opened on November 1st this year. So because of this, limited capacity, applications are reviewed on a first come, first served basis. So if the program you're interested in does have limited space, it will be noted here on the webpage. And then lastly, deadlines. We've linked to each of the Campus Study Abroad Office websites, and there will be the deadlines that apply to you. All right, so say you've been looking around the website and maybe you have a country in mind or a couple of programs in mind and you have some more questions and you aren't sure who to ask, you can go find contact information for UCEAP staff. So we'll go to Explore UCEAP and contacts. So we have contacts listed by country. So say you're interested in programs in Argentina. Every UCEAP program has an academic specialist, program specialist, and finance accountant. So you can reach out to all of us. If you aren't sure who to direct your question to, you can certainly just put all three of us in a single message and send your email to us, and the appropriate person will respond to your question. So that's it for the website.
So we hope this presentation has provided you with a starting point on your study abroad journey and encourage you to explore the UCEAP website for detailed information about program options, finances, health and safety, and more. You should visit your Campus Study Abroad office website or the How to Apply section on any program page on the UCEAP website for information on application steps and deadlines. Contact information for campus offices is also available through the QR code on this slide. We also offer office hours where you can schedule an appointment to have a video call with a UCEAP advisor to talk about our programs in detail. You will find the link to make an office hours appointment through the QR code as well. Once you have determined which program you are going to apply to, you can start an application by selecting the Apply Now button on the UCEAP website. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Our general email is on this slide.